Y'all, I don't know what the F is going on. I'm about to show you something. So, America is so desperate for us to get involved in this ice fight that they presented a Black Panther group. Yeah, I'm about to show you the Black Panther group, okay, that they presented that's supposed to.
And on behalf of the Black Panther Party, well, this cop is a good cop, and this cop is a good cop. Once they to the slave catcher patrol, and I take it, they call up police officers now, but their name is slave catcher patrol. That's what they is. That's what they always have been. Every black officer out there, shame on you. You know how the black police officer came into fruition?
Ma'am, who are these people? Now, before I get into it, I appreciate anybody who is trying to stand up for justice, okay? Whether they are pink, red, green, whatever, right? However, what the is this? Now, this is the most multicultural, this looks like the United Nations. And not only that, like, sis with the like striped dress, like, who is she running after? Like, who is she trying to fight? Like, how's she gonna fight in a dress? And then she had a little bow tie, her little tie on, her little ribbon. It just, I don't know what, I'm confused. I'm confused. This is not the Black Panther Party. This is more like the multicultural party. I don't know what's going on here. They are so desperate to try to get us involved that they're trying to put a makeshift group together and then put them out there. Because first of all, how is this even getting pressed? Like, what have they even done to stop ICE? Like, I don't even know what's going on with this or whatever. I can't say at this point whether it's the Republicans or the Democrats. I used to think it was the Democrats, but now it's getting so ridiculous that it might be both of them. They may want like a civil war or something, because this is getting crazy. Then not only that, like, you see all these young streamers like going to Africa all of a sudden. All of a sudden, y'all want to go to Africa. And then they had, first they tried Sierra, then they tried like a couple other people. I guess that didn't work. So now they're getting the streamers involved to go to Africa. I mean, America is losing its mind, y'all. Like, they are really doing a real big psyop and propaganda on us because we're delineating and we're not fighting for these people. They don't know what to do. They have no idea what to do. I think what's happening partly is, I think the Republicans want an excuse to bear down on us. They want an excuse to bear down on us, okay? Like, I feel like the Republicans are like, they're itching. They can legally go after the immigrants, right? They can legally go after them, but they can't really legally go after us, though they want to, because that would tie them up in courts and we could sue and all types of stuff. So I feel like in order for them to kind of get the situation under control, if we fight on behalf of other people that's illegal, then they have grounds to come after us. Okay, so that's step one. I think that's step one. I think that's what's going on. I think step two is the Democrats look very, very, very weak right now. Like, super weak, super inept. And they keep complaining about what the Republicans are doing, but yet they're not doing anything. And that's raising questions too. Because it's like, okay, if you're supposed to be against these people and you're supposed to be fighting for us, how come you keep losing over and over again? How come you're not doing anything? Which kind of highlights the fact that all these people are in bed together, which I've been saying, which almost all of us knew. These people always been in bed together, always. And now that we're out of the equation and we're not fighting for all these dang on groups anymore, things are starting to, like, the mask has fallen off. And people are like, whoa, like, now they see what police brutality looks like. Now they see the Democrats ain't really helping nobody. Now they see that people are bullies and, will do anything that they want to do. And there's no recourse, at least not for years. And so I feel like they had, like, the Democrats, Republicans has some plans. They had some plans for America. And I feel like we were a key piece to that plan. And we're just not, and they just didn't have us not participating in their bingo card. Like, they just assumed we were going to constantly be reactionary. So I feel like they felt like whatever plan, and the small hats too, definitely the small hats, whatever plan they had, it was to get us to get involved so they can legally come after us, because they can't legally come after us for birthright citizenship. They can legally come after everybody else for birthright citizenship. And you see what happened to the young woman, Renee Good, God rest her soul, who got involved, who's obviously a citizen, but what did they do to her? They unalived her, right? To get to the immigrants. See, they want us to be that. They have to satisfy the YT men who are not elite, who are not college educated, but are very angry and want to like hurt somebody and want to oppress somebody. And they have to feed the wolves, or the wolves will turn against them. So those are the wolves. The elite YTs need to feed the bottom barrel YTs, or else those bottom barrel YTs will turn on them. So it's like, I remember somebody said, if you don't feed the wolves will eat you, right? So I think that they basically wanted us to be Renee Good. They wanted us to be the face of it, because it's very different when you unalive one of us in the face for defending immigrants. Everybody's used to that and like, oh, those poor people, that's just too bad. It's very different when you're unaliving, even if she's LGBTQIA, which MAGA has a real big issue with. It's very different when you start unaliving her in front of her neighbors that look like her. So I think that like it's really hard, because if Trump keeps pushing, ICE keeps pushing, then the YT people have to make a decision. Like the liberal YT people have to make a decision. Either they're going to concede and they're just going to bow down and accept it, or they're going to have to go into a civil war. And that could have all been avoided if we just got involved. If ethnic Black Americans just get involved, then the YT people, the liberal people, can just stay at home or hide behind us and just be like, oh, it's too bad they're getting, unalived, for everybody else's cause but their own. And the MAGA and the Republicans can justify, trying to press us and getting out all that racism on us or whatever, because we're getting in the way. But since we've removed ourselves from the equation, and we're like, well, we're not immigrants, so we don't have a problem. We're not going to get deported. Like, where are you going to deport us to? Like, what, back to Georgia? Our origins? Back to Virginia? Back to South Carolina? Like, what? So we're good. And then it's like, well, and then we also found out that these people you want us to fight for don't ever fight for us. They're YT supremacists too. They agree with you all the time. So they might as well go fight their own battles. And so nobody gets to be safe anymore. Everybody has to like recalibrate. It's like it's like a team doesn't know what to do when the star player is sitting on the bench. Like everybody's star player is sitting on the bench, whether it's the antagonist or the protagonist. So for the Democrats, they didn't appreciate their star player. They didn't want to pay us nothing. Every time we got credit for something, they wanted to take it away from us. And so the star player is like, yo, well, I'm just going to sit this one out. I'm going to sit these games out. And so the team is losing terribly. And now they're seeing that like who the star player really was. And the star player is like, well, I'm not participating. They're trying to get the star player to play and do everything they can possible, except for give the star player their credit, give the star player the contract that they asked for. And so the teams are losing terribly, and it's illuminating how terrible that team is without their star player. The other team is like, okay, cool, we're going in. But they're so used to like, everybody knows who the star player is, and they're used to like, defending and playing against that star player and being mean to that star player. And everybody's usually like cool with that. But now since the star player is on the bench, now they have to bully every other person on the team to win. And now they look kind of like bad guys. They look kind of like who they are, wolves and mean people and terrible people. And now their bad habits and their bullying is being illuminated because everybody thought it was okay once it was that star player. Now the star player is out the picture, and they're bullying all the other players every single game. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, like you guys are really like it's obvious. Like you can't hide behind comply. You can't hide behind, all this stuff, because now you're bullying everybody. And so, yeah, y'all just keep delineating, keep sitting out, keep telling these streamers like they're delusional for trying to pretend like somebody's paying them to go to Africa. It's probably these small hats, to be honest. Just keep sitting this one out. Delineation is so effective.